it is Dr. Bartow, and today I wanted to share with you some tips for maternal positioning for pregnancy. Why this is important is because the way that you move your body has an effect on fetal positioning. So I wanted to make sure that you were aware of things that you could do to help your baby get in the best position while you're pregnant. And when your baby is in the best position while you're pregnant, this will actually help you have a lot more comfort in the last trimester when your baby's growth and development is really expanding. And the better positioning your baby is when labor starts, the faster and the easier labor will progress, because baby will already be in the best position. So things that you can do to help your chiropractor would be, when you're sitting and you're relaxing, because, every day you're like growing fingers and toes and you're putting together this amazing human being, you deserve some time to relax. What I encourage my moms to do is to stay off of recliners, unfortunately. And if you're going to sit on the couch, you're going to need to support yourself with some pillows. What we're trying to avoid is sitting back in the couch so that your hips are lower than your knees. What we want is for you to be upright. Now, the couch I have in the office is very low, but if you're going to sit on the couch at home, you want to use some pillows that help you get up on top of your sits bones. So if you look at the pelvis, there's bones right back here by your bum. What we want to do is sit on those bones rather than sitting back on our sacrum. So if you're going to sit on a couch, use some pillows to prop yourself up so that you're on those sits bones. Unfortunately, though, a couch isn't really going to give us the most support. So what I really encourage most moms to do is to sit in a firmer chair. So like a kitchen chair is really great. And that helps you better able to sit on those sits bones. And when you do that, it keeps your hips higher than your knees. And when your hips are higher than your knees, and you kind of spread your knees open so that your belly has space, this is going to let your belly kind of hang like a hammock so that your baby can just kind of snuggle in there the way that it should be. And that's going to take a lot of pressure off of your lower back. To really help you with that, you can sit on a kitchen chair backwards, and that's going to definitely force you in there. It kind of depends on how big your belly is, but if you sit backwards, that naturally tilts you forward and puts you on those sits bones. Another good thing for you to do at home is to sit on an exercise ball, but you want to make sure that your exercise ball is big enough that your hips stay above your knees. So you always want your knees to be lower. That tilts you forward so that you can sit appropriately on those bones. And when you're on your exercise ball, you still want to keep your legs nice and spread to give you the most stability. The last thing I'd want to see is for you to come in here because you hurt yourself, you fell off your exercise ball. And so it's the same idea then when you're walking. Anytime you're walking, you want to let your low back kind of sway forward as you stand and as you walk. And that's going to create a hammock for your baby to just like settle in. So those easy tips would actually be huge in helping you help yourself have the baby get into the best positioning for comfort during pregnancy and an easier and faster delivery. Also, what helps significantly is that sometimes, even with, you're doing your best to help with your own positioning, but if your pelvis and your low back, if those bones just are kind of fixated and stuck and they don't move the way that they're supposed to, then all of the things that you do just don't get the greatest bang for their buck. And for that reason, that's why we always suggest and highly encourage all pregnant mamas to see a prenatal chiropractor throughout their pregnancy. Because what we do is assess the pelvis and the low back, make sure everything's aligned the way that it's supposed to so that it can move the way that it's supposed to. And that helps you be better able to do the things that you need to help your baby get in the best positioning and help you have an easier and faster and more comfortable labor and delivery. So I hope that those tips were helpful for you. Leave me some comments and let me know if those are things that you've had success with, or if you find some comfort with that. And if you have any other questions, feel free to send me a private message, and I will be happy to help you have a healthy and happy pregnancy.